Tonight, serious questions are swirling around the youngest member of Congress, an up-and-coming Republican with an increasingly high profile. Our Washington correspondent, Sunlen Sherfati, is working the story for us. Sunlen, Congressman Madison Cawthorn, he's facing some troubling allegations about his past. I know you've been looking into all of this. What are you learning?
That's right, Wolf. Madison Cawthorn, the freshman here in Congress, he's already captured national attention, given that he is the youngest member of Congress. But tonight, he is facing new allegations about his sexual conduct while in Congress, which was only 4 years ago, and also the narrative that he has so carefully crafted about his background.
If we don't start fighting for our country, then who will?
He is considered a rising star in the Republican Party. But Congressman Madison Cawthorn's past and the political persona he has cultivated is littered with inaccuracies and dark allegations.
I welcome increased scrutiny because, I don't have anything to hide.
Cawthorn faced numerous allegations of sexual harassment while attending Patrick Henry College in Virginia just 4 years ago. Accusations Cawthorn has denied.
His MO was to take vulnerable women out on these rides with him in the car and to make advances.
Caitlin Coulter went to school with Cawthorn and says she was taken on what he called a fun drive. According to Coulter, Cawthorn asked her about her purity ring and her sexual experiences. Coulter says she felt something was off and shut down the conversation.
He got really upset and he whipped the car around and started going back to campus at 70, 80 miles an hour on these one-lane roads. And it was really scary.
CNN spoke to two other women who went to school with Cawthorn. Both of them also mentioned his invitations of the so-called fun drives and that turning him down would result in more unwanted attention. There was a lot of sexual innuendo, Lee Petrie told CNN. It got really uncomfortable walking to and from class. He would yell out, "Are you ready to take that fun drive today?" That pestering continued. That attention was not what I wanted. More than 150 people from the college signed onto a letter last year blasting what they said was Cawthorn's predatory behavior and urged voters in his district to reject his candidacy. In a statement provided to BuzzFeed during the campaign, Cawthorn said, "I have never done anything sexually inappropriate in my life." Meantime, fresh questions about his own account of the car accident that left him wheelchair-bound in 2014. In a 2017 speech, Cawthorn claimed that he was left for dead after he and a friend were in that 2014 car accident, and his friend abandoned him at the scene.
He was my brother, my best friend. He leaves me in a car to die in a fiery tomb.
But CNN obtained the accident report, which shows that Cawthorn was not declared dead. His injuries were listed as incapacitating. Bradley Ledford, Cawthorn's friend and the driver of the car, telling the Washington Post that Cawthorn's accounting of the accident was not true. Cawthorn's own parents undercutting their son's story, too, saying the driver of the car rescued him.
He wasn't scared, didn't run from the fire. He pulled Madison out of the car because he was unconscious.
That accident went on to be the core part of the narrative Cawthorn weaved about himself as he ran for Congress.
I know something about adversity. At 18 years old, I was in a horrific car accident that's left me paralyzed from the waist down.
His campaign website claiming that he was nominated to the prestigious U.S. Naval Academy, but his plans were derailed by the car accident. But in this 2017 deposition related to the accident obtained by CNN, Cawthorn admitted that he was rejected by the Academy before the accident. The details of Cawthorn's background, part of a Washington Post investigation into the freshman lawmaker who at 25 years old is the youngest member of Congress.
There were a lot of false statements, that there were baseless allegations made. There's no question that he's trying to take that page from the Trump playbook.
Those false statements include Cawthorn's baseless claims of election fraud, which he spread during his remarks at the January 6th rally on the National Mall, the same day rioters stormed the U.S. Capitol, and has pushed in the aftermath of the insurrection.
Well, we do have concrete evidence that there were ballot drop boxes inside of Wisconsin. I don't have the white pages on me.
Okay, so we're going to talk about this. Let's start with the beginning. This would have been a very big congratulations, celebratory thing for him because he is the youngest person to be in Congress. However, everything he did to get to Congress was built on lies. So it makes it wrong. I don't understand how he still is capable of sitting in his seat with all these allegations and this evidence that keeps popping up. So let's start from the beginning. The 3 women that came forward saying that he took them on what was known as the fun ride in his car when he was in college. And then he would, see them and loudly in front of everybody, humiliate them. Or to me, that's harassment, because if they don't feel like it's wanted conversation with him, then why would you, the first time she got out your car, why would you, yell, hey, are you ready? That's very creepy. I gotta say that's something very creepy and something to definitely watch out for. And I'm trying to figure out with these 3 ladies that came forward, what happened at the school. Was the school aware? Did the school do anything to prevent, or did the school kick them out? Like, we don't have the full story of what happened with the school. However, let's get back to the women. It's crazy that he would ask about their purity ring. Why would you disrespect those women those women like that? Like, why would you ask them about their purity ring? That is not a respectable type of man. But you build your whole campaign about how you're this person that was picked up pretty much out like a burning car that you was abandoned in, and it turned out that was even a lie. Your friend that was in the car with you said that was a false statement. He never ran. He helped you out the car. The evidence from the police report says that you wasn't, left to die. Your wounds wasn't, to the condition to where you're to death almost. But that's what you ran your campaign off, which was a lie. Then your own parents come and say everything out your mouth is a lie. Why are you not fired? Like, I don't understand that. I know it's a process in everything. Let me start there. I know it's a process in everything. I do know that it takes steps. Even when you have a regular job, 9 to 5, it's steps you have to do before they terminate you. But this is a lot of evidence. We're talking about assault, harassment, lying about your resume. What else do you have to do? Like, is this normal for the Republican Party? Lie their way through life, like through growing, through being better, through I'm sorry, I just don't understand this. I don't understand how he's still sitting in the Congress, but we will give you update. We will continue with the story. I'm sure more allegations are going to come, because this is something that is not going to be taken lightly. Because assault, harassment is not something to take lightly. This is something that is going to keep happening, and people are you're going to see, like, more people are going to come forward, more charges are going to be brought, because right now they're saying it's allegations, but they're not really saying charges have been brought to him. But you're going to start seeing over the months that this is going to get really ugly for him, all because you lied. You wanted to take, what was it, a page out of the Trump book, they said? Well, I mean, you're going to do exactly what he did. He ran for, his term, and then got kicked out. So I guess you could expect the same fate he got. You're going to get kicked out, like you're about to lose your job, because this is very disrespectful, and this is very serious, and this is nothing to play with. This is not a game. You lied about your resume. You lied about the accounts that happened with your accident. How could you use your disability for your resume and lie about it? Who do that? Like, Lord, people these days. However, thank you so much for watching True News with Charlene. We'll keep you updated with any further investigations or information that we have.